uh, what we have discussed yesterday. If anybody has any doubt, hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Good
sir.
evening.
If anybody
Sir,
has any
namaskar.
no doubt. So today we will start our discussion with nature of knowledge. Have we discussed nature of knowledge yesterday? Yes. Have we discussed? Am
No,
I
sir.
audible? Am I audible
Yes,
clearly?
yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So nature of knowledge has been divided in different categories. The first one is classification. In this universe, we know no two things are exactly alike in all aspects. Have I any example? Have I any experience about whether two things are exactly same? If anybody has any experience, please share. Yes? Anybody has any experience? No two things are exactly same in this universe. Have any? Even if we think about um, even if we think about the twin brother and sister, can we say twin brother and sisters are exactly equal, exactly same?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
Yes, some sort of difference is there among those two. So everything is classified as per their quality, as per their nature in different areas. Here we can discuss about similarities and the differences. What is similarity? Now the same characteristics has been shown among two things or two objects or two individuals is known as similarity. Differences, we know there is different characters. Animals are classified in one way by the geologist and by the other way by the industrialist, the fur industry, the leather industry. Geologist classified in one. When we think about the fur industry, the industry which makes the articles or commodities using the furs of the animals. Those are the fur industries and the leather industries. आमे जो जोता बुता पिंधुचे एगुड़ा सब leather industry रो काम बैग जोता ये सब करूचे leather industry. So fur industry has been classified the animals in differently than the leather industry. Similarly, the doctors have been classified the disease and classified the individuals as per the deformity. And the social workers, they have been classified different categories of the people as per their social norms, social standard, social status, language, area. Those who are living in hill stations, those who are living in plain areas, those who are living in inside the water, that is islands. So they can be divided as per their occupation, as per their food habits, as per their dresses, as per their festivals, as per their other activities. Generalization. After classification, we can think about the generalization. It is a statement. Generalization is a statement which has been expressing what the relationship between the different concepts. A generalization may be a rule, law, principle, probability, statement, or sentence defining critical attributes. For example, how many tenses are there? The tense is divided into how many types? Who can
Two
say?
types.
Two types.
Two types.
What are they?
Present tense,
Present
past.
tense.
tense.
Past tense.
Present tense, past tense. Time is
Future
One
time.
thing.
how many time?
Three.
3.
3.
Three.
Yes, yes. You know, three types of times and 2 types of tense. Now come to another point, passive. We are teaching the students, we are making the experience of the learners how to change the active voice to passive voice or passive to active, vice versa. So there are certain formulas. Suppose we can give in the same type of example to the students. We can show an example and same type of example we can give the students to do themselves. 20, 30, 40 like that. After doing the examples, ask the students, you observe what changes occurs. What changes occurs. पिला माने चेंज रखो देखिबे नोटिस करिवे सिंपल प्रेजेंट फॉर्म थले कोन चेंजेस होउची केमती होउची प्रोग्रेसिव थले केमती होउची परफेक्ट थले केमती होउची मोडल ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब्स जदी यूज होईची कोन चेंजेस होउची कोठी बाय फॉर्म होउची कोठी अदर फॉर्म नउची ए सब गुडा को से माने 10 टा 40 टा 50 टा विभिन्न प्रकार करी कि ता कैटेगराइज करिवे से कैटेगराइज रो से माने प्रिंसिपल को ड्रा करिवे रूल ड्रा करिवे से रूल ड्रा करिवा प्रिंसिपल ड्रा करिवा होची जनरलाइजेशन ना बुझियालानी हेलो हेलो
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
yes so this is generalization when the students are involved in different activities different works after the completion of work they have allowed to observe and come to the conclusion bring the principle bring the rule that principle or rule is known as generalization so that is general concept general idea okay so next slide we can go first next slide laws you know laws Newton's laws of motion. Do you know what is the Newton's laws of motion? What is Newton's laws of motion? Anyone? Newton kara law of motion kona? Yes.
F is equal to ma.
Manoj, continue Manoj.
सर प्रथम नियमटा होछि जो माने वस्तुर बाह्य बल प्रयोग न हेबा पर्यंत वस्तुटी गति करथाय
अच्छा
सर सेकंड सर F is equal to ma सेटा सर थर्ड लॉटा होछि प्रत्येक क्रियार विपरीत प्रतिक्रिया था सर एटा आगे
तापरे आगे कहबो सप्लीमेंट कर मनोज को anyone
third law is every action has its equal and opposite reaction.
So Newton come to the conclusion after his experiment after his thorough observation and that conclusion became the law and that is universal law that is accepted by all. Similarly, we are saying about AQ plus BQ plus CQ minus 3ABC is equal to A plus B plus C whole into A square plus B square plus C square minus AB minus BC minus CA. Am I right? Do you know the formula?
Yes, sir.
को क्लास रे पाठ पढ़िथिलो এই फॉर्मूला जो माने साइंस स्टूडेंट थिबो कॉलेज लेवल ले पढ़िथिबो जो माने आर्ट्स समस्त 10 जेएम पाठ पढ़िछे ना AQ plus BQ plus CQ minus 3ABC is equal to A plus B plus C whole into A square plus B square plus C square minus AB minus BC minus C. Can you solve? Sorry, can you prove? LHS is equal to RHS. Anyone? Can you prove?
expansion करके आगे proof करेगा पड़ेगा.
Acha. So after proof, after solving the problem, when you suppose you can solve the problem taking the RHS. If the result will be equal with the LHS, LHS is AQ plus BQ plus CQ minus 3ABC, LHS. RHS A plus C plus A plus B plus C whole into A square plus B square plus C square minus AB minus BC minus C. If we can explain taking RHS and come to the conclusion that the final answer is equal with LHS, so it became the law. It has been proved. And now we can practice it. So this is law. Like Newton's law of motion, this is also law. Similarly, A plus B whole square is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB. A minus B whole square is equal to A square plus B square minus 2AB. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Log 10 is equal to? Log 10 is equal to?
One.
1. Okay. So, these are the, why I am giving the example of science and mathematics. These are the universal accepted principles, laws. बुझिगला समस्त याकू मानिबा को बाध्य आमे जदि घरे एने आनी की रखिबा गोटे बाघ छुआ रखि परिबा घरे बाघ छुआ आनी की रखि परिबा ना रखि परिबानी
No.
No, sir.
काई रखि परिबानी
ଯେତେବେଳେ ବାଘ ଧୀରେ ଧୀରେ ବଡ ହବ ସେ ଆଟାକ୍ କରିବାର ତାର ଟେଣ୍ଡେନ୍ସି ରହିବ.
बड़ हेले अटैक करे टेंडेंसी रहइबो तमे खैरी गप पथे पढिनो माने द ट्रू स्टोरी खैरी द टाइग्रेस खैरी in English. Have you read?
Yes, sir.
से तो थिला जने फॉरेस्टर घरे नो there is a law Wild Animals Protection Act. Wild Animals Protection Act. According to the law, we are forbidden. We are not keep any wild animal at our home as a domestic. Not only tiger but also peacock or any other deer. No, any wild animal cannot be kept at home. That is law. Similarly, different laws are there. Why? The laws has been accepted universally. से देशर प्रधानमंत्री राष्ट्रपति हेले भी जो दंड पाइबे साधारण लोकटी हेले मध्य से दंड पाइबो हला each of the laws make ascertain that a relationship exists between two or more concepts. Each of the concepts is tied either directly or indirectly or in the chain inferences. सेमती केमिस्ट्री जदि हम आलोचना करिवा H2O is equal to water. Other reactions are there. What is theory? Who can say what is theory? Interactive करो theory कौन
जहाँ में पढ़ुचे
आमे जहाँ पढ़ुचे से पढ़ा से जहाँ पढ़ुचे सेटा आसला केमती theory ର concept ଆସିଲା କେମିତି?
Through observation.
Through observation. Very good. Yes, through observation. अच्छा, ଆଉ through observation. Next. Experiment. When we have an experiment, think about the classical conditioning theory. Ivan V. Pavlov. After his experiment, he came to the conclusion, and that became the theory. If there is reinforcement, if there is conditioning, so response must be there. On conditioning stimulus, on conditioning response. Conditioning stimulus, conditioning response. After experiment, he came to the conclusion. Similarly, E.L. Thorndike or B.F. Skinner or Kopka Kohler, all are the behaviorists. All are the behaviorists because they had been conducted experiment taking the hungry animals. Kopka Kohler, they took the hungry animal, that is chimpanzee, hungry chimpanzee. Similarly, B.F. Skinner took the hungry cat, a hungry rat. E.L. Thorndike took the hungry cat or hungry pigeon. So hungry animals were taken and their behavior were studied. So lastly, after experiment, they came to the conclusion, and that output of the experiment became the theory. Similarly, think about Lev Vygotsky, socialist theory of learning. Piaget, constructive approach of learning. So they have been observed different situations. Thoroughly, deeply they observed the different situations. And after thorough observation, after deep study, they came to the conclusion. These are the principles of learning. And these should be followed up. These activities should be organized for learning of the learners. Am I right? Do you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are theories. What is explanation? What is explanation? Anyone? Yes. What is explanation? Most of you are teachers. Regularly you are explaining the students their doubts, their difficulties. Yes or no? Am I audible or not audible? If you
Yes,
listen
sir.
me, give your response. From the beginning of the class, I told you, don't sit silently. You have to respond. Anything you can say. What is explanation? Anyone can give your response. What is explanation? Now by name call karibi. Manoj
Sir,
Kumar kuh.
explanation is
Santanu kuh.
uh,
Continue.
sir, explanation ହଉଛି ଯୋଉ theory ଟା ଆମେ ଯୋଉ ପଢୁଛୁ ତ ତାକୁ back କରିବା ପାଇଁ experimentally ହଉ କିମ୍ବା observation ର ହଉ ତାର reason କିମ୍ବା cause ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଦଉଛୁ ସେଟା explanation.
Okay. Manoj Kumar, what is your opinion?
ସାର୍ ଆମେ ପଢିଲା ବେଳେ ଯେ କୌଣସି ଜିନିଷଟାକୁ ବ୍ରିଫ ମାନେ ଡେସ୍କ୍ରାଇବ କରୁଛେ ଟିକେ ଅତ୍ୟଧିକ ଏଲାବୋରେସନ କରୁଛେ ସେଟା
Elaboration in the form of giving example.
ଆଜ୍ଞା
Explanation is nothing, but it is the giving examples, creating situations,
ଆଜ୍ଞା
showing your actions, gesture, posture, relate the concept with other areas. These are explanation. These are the different activities, and this is known as explanation. Hello. So when there is any theory, any law, that must be explained with the relevant examples, with the relevant situations, with the relevant activities. So this is explanation. Okay. So next slide is Unit 6, that is ancient Indian concept and nature of knowledge. In ancient India, in primitive India, that is Bharat. Always we should try to speak Bharat instead of saying India. Why we should speak Bharat instead of saying India? आमे कहीं भारत कहवा दरकार मो देशर ना कहीं इंडिया कहवा अनुचित होई परिबो
ସାର୍ ଗୋଟେ ନେମ୍ ର କିଛି ନାଁ ର କିଛି ତାର ୱାର୍ଡ ଯଦି ଆମର ଗୋଟେ ମିନିଂ ନଥାଏ ସେଟା ଭାରତର ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ ତା ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସଲେସନ
yes so amar desar nama hochi bharat pratham India name has been given by the Britishers. Britishers were not our friends, they were not our well wishers. Our people has been suffered a lot due to those British people. They made us or our forefathers bring our forefathers to the hazardous condition. So they have changed the name of our country. My lovely country is Bharat, not India. So ancient Bharat, the concept and nature of knowledge is in ancient Bharat. In ancient Bharat, the people were orthodox and heterodox philosophical views of knowledge. The philosophy of our country has been divided in 3 periods. The philosophy of our country, philosophy of the country Bharat, has been divided in 3 areas. What are they? Vedic period, philosophy during Vedic period, philosophy during Upanishadic period, philosophy between post-Vedic period. Vedic period and Upanishadic period is ancient period. Post-Vedic period is medieval period. What are the different orthodox views of knowledge during this period? Means Vedic period, that is ancient period. In primitive age, just we are going to discuss the orthodox views of the knowledge. The Nyaya school, there was a school is named as the Nyaya school in the 4th century BC with the Nyaya Sutras by Gautam. Gautam was a sage. Do you know Gautam sage Gautam? Gautam Rishi जानते ना जानना?
Yes, sir.
ସଜାନ ସାର୍
अच्छा हाँ करूना आम इंटराक्टिव करवा ना जड़े केते 2 घंटा काल कहब रेस्पॉन्स करथो ना मझे मझे खाली बस पेले हबनी हां you have to give your response. Okay, so in 4th century BC the sage Gautam brought the concept of Nyaya Sutra. According to this Nyaya school, knowledge comes from perception, knowledge comes from inference, Knowledge also comes from comparison and verbal testimony. There are four factors have given you. One is perception. Who has the perception? The individual must have the perception. Perhaps I told you or any on other class, I just not remember. Perception is the most important characteristic of an individual to prosper or to grow or to improve his or her knowledge. Perception is very, very important. If you perceive, if your sense of perception is high, so you have better idea. You can generate better idea to do any work. You can take right decision. One can take right decision, not only right decision, but one can do the work successfully using his or her perception. So perception is also a source of knowledge. Inference. What is inference? Who can say? What is the meaning of inference? Anyone? What is the meaning of inference? Yes?
Sir, ଅନୁମାନ କରିବା।
अनुमान करिबा। Any other? Any other? ଯାହା ଜାଣିଛ କୁହ, ଯାହା ଆସୁଛି ମନକୁ କୁହ। Inference. It is also an idea. Inference is also an idea, and it is also a conclusion after discussion, after analysis. This is also draws the evidence or reason or proof. Okay, so knowledge comes from perception. Knowledge also comes from inference, and knowledge also comes from comparison. If you compare different situations, different characteristics, different individuals, so you can also get the knowledge or improve your learning ability. And verbal testimony. Objects of learning are self, body, organs, sense objects, intellect, mind, and activity. So objects of learning is related to self learning. मते कहला को पिला माने जीवन रे भलो करंती What is your experience? Which students do better in their life? Who can do better?
ପରିଶ୍ରମୀ ଆଉ ଇଚ୍ଛା ଶକ୍ତି।
ପରିଶ୍ରମୀ ଇଚ୍ଛା ଶକ୍ତି। ଆଚ୍ଛା, ଆଉ
The disciplined student.
Disciplined student. Okay. ଆଉ ଅନ୍ୟ ମାନେ ସମସ୍ତେ କହିବାକୁ ବାଧ୍ୟ।
ଯାହାର ଆତ୍ମବିଶ୍ୱାସ ଅଧିକ।
କଣ ହେଲା ସୁଇଟ? ଯାହାର
ଆତ୍ମବିଶ୍ୱାସ ଅଧିକା।
ଆତ୍ମବିଶ୍ୱାସ ଅଧିକ। ଗୁଡ୍। ହଁ, ଆଉ କିଏ?
Sir, punctuality.
ପଙ୍କ୍ଚୁଆଲିଟି ଯିଏ। ହଁ, ଆଉ ନେକ୍ସଟ?
ଯାହାର ନିଜ ସେନ୍ସ ଉପରେ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରୋଲ ଥିବ।
ଆସ୍ମିନି କଣ?
ସାର୍ ଯାହାର ନିଜ ସେନ୍ସ ଉପରେ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରୋଲ ଥିବ।
ସେଲ୍ଫ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରୋଲ ଥିବ। ଆଚ୍ଛା, ହଁ। ଆଉ କିଏ କଣ ଜାଣିଛ କୁହ? ୟେସ୍। ଗୋଟାଏ କଥା ଇମ୍ପୋର୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ କଥା କେହି କହୁନ। That is self-study.
J fail.
Self-study. Spoon feeders never grow. Spoon feeders grow up to a minimum level. But who has study habit, self-study habit, self-study habit, he or she can grow optimum level, highest level. Now you are the PG student. You have better study habit than the face-to-face students because you have the material. Only few classes are there for your interaction or conceptual clarity, but most of the work will be done by you. That is your self-study habit. It improves your self-study habit. So self-study, sense organs, then function of sense organs is another important aspect for improving the student's ability. Okay, this is the concept of Nyaya school. Then वैशिका philosophy, the वैशिका philosophy, हाँ कौन मनोज कहिबो?
नहीं सर
हाँ, the वैशिका philosophy is also the oldest of the 6 orthodox schools. In ancient time, there were 6 orthodox schools. One is we have just discussed. What we have discussed? Which school?
Nyaya.
Nyaya school. Very good. Then Vaishikya school by philosophy. It means, or it is developed by Kannada, were written shortly before Gautama's Nyaya Sutra. Eta Gautama Nyaya Sutra purbar katha. The word Vishesha means particularity, and this philosophy emphasizes the significance of individuals. So individuals' importance in this universe, in this world, is very, very important. It has been discussed in this. It recognizes, this philosophy recognizes 3 objects of experience. कौन से गुड़ाक? Substance, quality and activity. Quality of an individual is important. Activity, the constructive activity of the individual is important. Also substance is also important. 3 important objectives. 3 products of intellectual discrimination are there. What are the 3 products? One product is generality, second is particularity, and combination. 3 products are intellectual discrimination products are generality, particularity, and combination. As like as Nyaya school, the Vaishika philosophy school of Vaishika philosophy also acknowledges perception, inference, comparison, and verbal testimony. जेमिति पिले जनकर नॉलेज को इंप्रूव करिया पाई न्याय फिलोसफी गुरुत्व देइथिला परसेप्शन, इन्फरेंस, कंपैरिजन, वर्बल. दिस फिलोसफी आल्सो गिव इन स्टेशन द सेम 4 things. The third one is Mimamsa. What is Mimamsa? Can you say what is Mimamsa? Anybody?
सर वन टाइप ऑफ सॉल्यूशन
One type of solution. Okay. Okay. Any other? Any other? Okay. Listen. The word Mimamsa, M-I-M-A-M-S-A, the word Mimamsa, it has literary meaning. What? The revered thought. Mimamsa means the revered thought. It was originally applied to the interpretation of the Vedic rituals. Mimamsa originally applied or used, why? That to interpret the Vedic rituals, the rituals during Vedic period. The rituals we are performing during Vedic period was the original application or usefulness. It commanded highest reverence. This philosophy is also known as the very ancient and the Mimamsa Sutra by Jamini. Jamini was the sage. Another sage was Jamini. Jamini developed this Mimamsa Sutra. The sage Jamini. When? In 4th century BC. According to him, memory arises from the impression of a priori cognition and therefore cannot be treated as valid knowledge. Memory arises from the impression of a priori cognition, and it cannot be treated as valid knowledge. I mean, साधारणतः गोटे कहूची हठात आमर मेमोरी गोटे प्रायरी कॉग्निशन माने पूर्व पढ़ीथिबा अनुभूति नैथिबा कथाटा को हम मेमोरी रिकॉल कर देबा न बुझी मधे हम रिकॉल कर परिबा बहुत कथा बहुत शब्द तुम देखिबो आमे गुडे पुराण पढुचु बा बही पढुचु आमे बुझी नथिबा किंतु सेतु गुडे शब्द हमर मन थिबो केतु गुडे घटना मधे हमर मन रहि जाइथिबो किंतु एंटायर टॉपिक बा एंटायर थीम के आमे बुझी नथिबा से कथा कहउछंती मीमांसा is also related to our memory, and memory arises from the impression of a priori cognition and therefore cannot be treated as a ताको आमे valid knowledge कहिबा नाही जदियो हठात हमर मन पड़ी जाउची किछि कथा आमे कहि पारुचे किंतु ताको आमे valid knowledge कहि परिबा नाही because we have not understood it, we have not conceptualized it. आमे आकु बुझिने जे पर्यंत आमे बुझिने गोटे फैक्ट को ताके आमे valid knowledge कहि परिबा नाही. To make it valid, what it should be? It must not arise from defective causes. It must not arrive from defective causes. जदि किछि भूल भटका अछि डिफेक्ट अछि सेथुरु समाधान आसी न थाए. It must be free from contradiction. Mimamsa always free from contradiction. Contradiction means what? What do you mean by contradiction? Yes? Kepi. Who is Kepi? Response.
Yes, sir. So, संघर्ष.
Contradiction. Dvandva বা মতভেদ. Okay. That it is free from that also. It must be self-consistent and should not be set aside by subsequent knowledge. It is also not apprehend an object which has not already been apprehended. It represents the object. So these are the valid cognition which are fulfill 4 conditions. These are the 4 conditions under Mimamsa. After orthodox, we can think about heterodox schools of views of knowledge. Who are heterodox? Now Jainism and Buddhism, Lord Buddha and Lord Jaina. Who is Lord Buddha and who is Lord Jaina? Who is Lord Buddha and who is Lord Jaina? के कहबो? Lord Buddha के Lord Jaina के? Anybody?
ସେବେ ବୁଦ୍ଧଙ୍କ ନାମ ହଉଛି ଗୌତମ ବୁଦ୍ଧ, ସେ ବୌଦ୍ଧ ଧର୍ମର ପ୍ରବର୍ତ୍ତକ.
Okay.
ଆଉ ଜୈନ ହଉଛନ୍ତି ମହାବୀର ଜୈନ.
महावीर जैन जैन धर्मर प्रवर्तक नहीं या तो
Sir, two philosopher.
हाँ सुचिश्री को
Two philosopher.
two philosopher only those two were philosophers. Any other identification is there?
Other.
Have not they other identification?
Yes, sir.
What are they? What are the identifications?
ସାର୍ ଧର୍ମ ପ୍ରଚାରକ ଥିଲେ।
They spread to religions. How could they know the religious thought? ये religious thought केमती से मानको पाखु आसला केम जानिले? केम जानिले? Through meditation. Through meditation. Deep prayer. Through concentration. So they proved and taught to the people through concentration, deep study or deep meditation, and constructive approach. And constructive approach, one can win everything. One can know the reality of life. One can reach at the foot of the Almighty, God and Goddess. So, Jainism and Buddhism are considered as heterodox schools of philosophy. Instead of orthodox, they were considered the heterodox schools of philosophy. They did not recognize the authority of Vedas as the orthodox system of philosophy. So, Veda, Upanishad, principle of Veda and Upanishad was based on orthodox principles, but Buddha and Jaina both did not obey, did not follow the orthodox principle, they followed the heterodox principles. Jainism classifies knowledge into immediate and mediate. What do you mean by immediate? What do you mean by immediate? Immediate means aparoksa. Mediate means paroksa. Immediate, mediate. Immediately knowledge is further divided into avadhi. With immediate knowledge, Jainism divided immediate and mediate. So immediate knowledge is further divided into avadhi, manavapriya, and keval. Mediate knowledge into moti and sutta, moti and sutta. Knowledge may again be divided into two kinds. One is praman. Praman means the knowledge and nyaya. Praman means knowledge and nyaya. Nyaya means what? A standpoint of thought from which we make a statement about a thing. All truth is relative to our standpoint. There are 7 nyayas, of which first 4 are artha nyaya and second 4 are sabda nyaya. Artha nyaya and sabda nyaya. Like 2 types of nyayas are there. What is the concept and nature of knowledge? That is Jnana Yoga. Do you know what is Jnana Yoga? Ba Jnana Yoga ame odia re koche. Jnana Yoga. What is Jnana Yoga? Whose philosophy is this? Whose philosophy is Jnana Yoga?
Vivekananda.
Vivekananda. Acha.
Sir Ramanujan.
Ramanuja. How? Varahamihira? How ke? Ramanuja. Varahamihira, Kalidasa, Gopabandhu, कही चलो सब. अरे तुम स्लाइड देखा जाउछि ना देखा जाउन तुमको स्लाइड टा हैं से एथर कोन हला गोटा लोक भारी जोर तार गामछाटा खोजुछि गामछा जानछ तो अरे डू यू नो व्हाट इज गामछा
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
खोजी घर द्वारा बारी से पूरा अणायते हे गलानी लोक पचारुछि बजार मो गामछाटा देखिछ कि रे देखला बेलको जड़े लोक नोटिस कला गामुछा से मुंडरे भिड़ी मुंडरे ठेका भिड़ती
Again, sir.
ये तम अवस्था मुझे देखली सेया मुंडे ठेका भिड़ी तुम बुलुच खोजुच कुआड़े कुआड़े कौन मीनिंग I have shared the slide. In slide clearly I have written under Jnana Yoga, Yoga Sutra of Patanjali is the oldest textbook of the yoga school. So the father of Jnana Yoga is Patanjali, the sage Patanjali. It has 4 parts. The Jnana Yoga has 4 parts. चारि भागर विभक्त ज्ञान योगटा कौन the first one is nature and aim of samadhi samadhi जोटा हम कहते samadhi nature and aim of samadhi. Second part is means of attaining this end. Third is gives an account of the supernormal powers that can be attained through the yoga practices. हमर जो शीर्ष स्थान को जीवा ज्ञान योग को प्राप्त हवा ओनली प्रैक्टिस द्वारा. Fourth is sets forth of the nature of liberation. So these are 4 parts of Jnana Yoga. One is theory of knowledge. What is theory of knowledge? That is known as Chitta. Chitta kaun? What is Chitta? What do you mean by Chitta?
मन
मन. अच्छा ଆଉ କିଏ କହିବ?
ସାର୍ ମନରୁ ଯୋଉଟା ଭିନ୍ନ ସେଇଟା ହଉଛି ଚିତ୍ତ।
ଆଚ୍ଛା ଭେରି ଗୁଡ୍ ଓକେ ସେଇଟାକୁ ଆମେ କହୁଛେ ଚିତ୍ତ ଭୂମି. What is ଚିତ୍ତ ଭୂମି? ନା yoga propagates 5 levels of mental functions or ଚିତ୍ତ ଭୂମି. ମାନସିକ କାର୍ଯ୍ୟକୁ ଆମେ ଚିତ୍ତ ଭୂମି କହିଥାଉ. ତାହେଲେ yoga propagates yoga କେତେ ପ୍ରକାର mental functions କଥା କହୁଛି? 5 ପ୍ରକାର. So ଚିତ୍ତ ଭୂମି is related to 5 levels of mental functions. ଜଣଙ୍କର ମନ ଯୋଉ କାର୍ଯ୍ୟ କରୁଛି ବା ମାଇଣ୍ଡ ଯୋଉ କାମ କରୁଛି ତାକୁ ସେ 5 ଲେଭେଲରେ କରୁଛି ବୋଲି କୁହାଯାଏ ବା ପ୍ରମାଣ ଅଛି ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଷ୍ଟଡିରୁ. and that is also known as ଚିତ୍ତ ଭୂମି. ସେ ଯୋଉ mental functions is known as ଚିତ୍ତ ଭୂମି. The unit 7. Now come to unit 7. Is it visible? Unit 7, medieval,
Yes,
that
sir.
is Islamic, Bharat, its concept and nature of knowledge. We have discussed about ancient and post-ancient period, ancient and post-ancient period, Buddhism, Jainism. Now come to medieval period. In medieval period, who was more powerful in our country? Who were more powerful? किए कहि परिबो? आम देश रे कहार अधिक शक्ति थिला medieval period? जान
Muslim.
मुस्लिम. ओके मुस्लिम रूलर्स. मुस्लिम रूलर्स कहबो ना. Muslim rulers were the most powerful personalities during medieval period in our country. During that time, Quran was the focus area of attraction. Quran encourages and stimulates. Quran not only encourages but also stimulates whom? The Muslims to explore the kind of knowledge. How? By following rational and systematic process of observation, reflection and discovery. Tinta jinsa kotha thik kuhaichi. Observation is very, very important. Without observation, without deep study, nothing can be possible. After observation, mu kon dekhili, kon kali, kon janili, reflection must be there. How it will be useful. Why we use and how it will be used. Everything can be analyzed, reflect in the mind. then it leads to discovery. तापरे एटा leads करिवो discovery पाई. So these are the systematic process of observation, reflection and discovery that can be encouraged by Quran. Aristotle was a Christian philosopher. Are you agree? Aristotle was a Christian philosopher. Are you agree or not agree?
No, sir.
आपको को philosopher से
Yes, sir.
Christian philosopher? Huh? Hello.
No, sir.
ଆଉ କୋଉ philosopher ଥିଲେ?
Muslim. Muslim.
ଏଇନା ପରା କହିଲି ଗାମୁଛା କାଇଁ ମୁଣ୍ଡରେ ଭିଡ଼ିକି ବସଛ? ଗାମୁଛା
Sir,
ଗାମୁଛା ପାଖରେ ରଖିଦିଅ
the
ଖୋଲିକି।
Muslim philosopher.
Muslim philosophy.
ମୁଁ କ୍ଲିୟରଲି ଲେଖିଛି Muslim philosophers like Aristotle. Muslim philosopher like Aristotle divided the knowledge in the human mind into conceptions. Apprehension of an object which no judgment and assent apprehension of an object with a judgment. So, variety of religious thoughts were there. Out of that, the conflict between Muslim religion and Hindu religion was also there during medieval period. What are the sources and types of knowledge? It is very important to remember.
Sir,
କୁହ।
hello, sir. Sir,
ହଁ।
sir, Aristotle Muslim ନଥିଲେ sir, ସେ ଗ୍ରୀକ ଫିଲୋସଫର ଥିଲେ। ମୁସଲିମ ଆସିଲା sir,
ଆରେ ମୁଁ ତମରି
2000
ଷ୍ଟଡି
ବର୍ଷ
ମ୍ୟାଟେରିଆଲରୁ
ପରେ।
ପାଇଛି। ତମରି ଷ୍ଟଡି ମ୍ୟାଟେରିଆଲ ଚେକ୍ କରିଦିଅ ଭଲରେ। ତମ ଷ୍ଟଡି ମ୍ୟାଟେରିଆଲରୁ ମୁଁ ଯାହା ଦେଖିଛି ମୁସଲିମ ଲେଖା ଥିଲା।
ଆମେ
ମୁସଲିମ ଫିଲୋସଫର ନୁହନ୍ତି sir।
Aristotle Greek philosopher.
କଣ ଥିଲେ
ନା
ସିଏ?
ଫିଲୋସଫର ଥିଲେ sir।
ଆଁ?
ମୁସଲିମ ଆସିଲା 700
ଖ୍ରୀଷ୍ଟିଆନ
AD
ଥିଲେ ନା କଣ ଥିଲେ?
ସାର୍ ଗ୍ରୀକ୍
ସିଏ
ଥିଲେ।
ସାର୍ ଖ୍ରୀଷ୍ଟିଆନ ନଥିଲା, ସେ ଗ୍ରୀକ ଫିଲୋସଫର ଥିଲେ ସାର୍। ତାଙ୍କେ ସେ 300 BC ରେ ଗ୍ରୀକ୍ସର ଫିଲୋସଫର ଥିଲେ। ଆଉ ଆମର ମୁସଲିମ ଆସିଛି 700 AD ରେ।
ଆରିଷ୍ଟଟଲ ପ୍ଲାଟୋଙ୍କର ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଥିଲେ ଆରିଷ୍ଟଟଲ।
ସକ୍ରେଟିସ୍, ପ୍ଲାଟୋ, ଆରିଷ୍ଟଟଲ, ସ୍ପା। ଆଗେ
ସକ୍ରେଟିସଙ୍କ
ସକ୍ରେଟିସ୍,
ଶିଷ୍ୟ ହେଲେ ପ୍ଲାଟୋ, ପ୍ଲାଟୋଙ୍କ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ହେଲେ ଆରିଷ୍ଟଟଲ।
ଆରିଷ୍ଟଟଲ।
ଆରିଷ୍ଟଟଲଙ୍କ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ହେଲେ କାର୍ଲ ମାର୍କ୍ସ।
ଆଚ୍ଛା।
ତାଙ୍କ ଶିଷ୍ୟ
କାର୍ଲ
ହେଲେ
ମାର୍କ୍ସ।
ଲେନିନ, ତାପରେ ଷ୍ଟାଲିନ।
ସେଗୁଡାକ
ଏଇଟା
ମଡର୍ଣ୍ଣ
ହେଲା ତାଙ୍କର
ଫିଲୋସଫି ସେମାନେ ଇନ୍ସପାୟାର ହେଲେ। ଆମେ ଟାଇମ ଲାଇନ ଅନୁଯାୟୀ ସାର୍ ସେମାନେ ମଡର୍ଣ୍ଣ ଫିଲୋସଫର କାର୍ଲ ମାର୍କ୍ସ ହଉ, ସେ ଦାସ କ୍ୟାପିଟାଲ ଲେଖିଥିଲେ ସୋସିଆଲିଜିମର, ବଟ ସେମାନେ ମଡର୍ଣ୍ଣ ଫିଲୋସଫର, ସେମାନେ ଇନ୍ସପାୟାର ହେଇଛନ୍ତି।
Yes, I am not clear. Your study material ମୁଁ ପଢିଥିଲି, ମୁଁ ଲେଖିଛି ସେଇଠୁ। ସେଥିରେ
ସାର୍
ଲେଖା ଥିଲା
60 ପେଜରେ
ଆଁ?
ସାର୍
ହଁ କବିତା କୁହ।
ସାର୍ ପେଜ ନମ୍ବର 60ରେ
ହଁ
ଗ୍ରୀକ୍ ଫିଲୋସଫର ଅଛନ୍ତି ସାର୍। ଆରିଷ୍ଟଟଲ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି। ପ୍ଲାଟୋ, ଆରିଷ୍ଟଟଲ ଗ୍ରୀକ୍ ଫିଲୋସଫର ଥିଲେ।
ଗ୍ରୀକ ତ ସେ ଥିଲେ। ତାଙ୍କ
ହଁ ସାର୍।
କମ୍ୟୁନିଟି କଣ ଥିଲା ଦେଖିଦବ, ଟିକେ କନଫର୍ମ ହେଇଯିବ। ଠିକ, ତା ପାଇଁ ଆମେ ଡିବେଟ କରିବା ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ। ଇଟ୍ ଇଜ
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ଅପ୍ ଟୁ
ଆଜ୍ଞା।
ୟୁ।
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍।
ହେଲା, ଓକେ। ସୋ ତାପରେ ଦେଖିବ ଆମର ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଫିଲୋସଫର ଖ୍ରୀଷ୍ଟିଆନ ଥିଲେ, ହିନ୍ଦୁ ଥିଲେ, ଆମେ ଜାଣିଛେ। କିନ୍ତୁ ମୁସଲମାନର କିଏ ସବୁ ଫିଲୋସଫର ଥିଲେ ଟିକେ ବାହାର କରିବ ନେଟରୁ ଖୋଜିକିରି, ଆଉ ସେଗୁଡା ବି ଦବ, ଲେଖିଲା ବେଳେ ଲେଖିବ। ସବୁ ରିଲିଜିୟନ୍ସକୁ ଟଚ୍ କରିବ।
ଆଜ୍ଞା
Okay.
ସାର୍।
Then let us discuss about the sources and types of knowledge. One source and knowledge, one source of knowledge is logic and knowledge, that is divided into universal expressions into 5 types. One is genus. It refers to common nature of all the species. Seventy species, difference, property, common ancient, एगुड़ा सब थिला सोर्स। ए सोर्स रो नॉलेज गुड़ा को डिराइव करा जायछि। जेनस, स्पाइसी, डिफरेंस, प्रॉपर्टी, कॉमन एंशिएंट, सॉरी कॉमन एक्सीडेंट, कॉमन एक्सीडेंट, एथु सब सोर्स रो आसी छै हमर कोन ना नॉलेज ता डिराइव करा जायछि। जेतला हमें टाइप्स ऑफ नॉलेज कहउचे, philosophical knowledge and prophetic knowledge are different types of knowledge. What is philosophical knowledge? Man's interaction with and experience of the physical reality exists in the surrounding. That is philosophical knowledge. Interaction must be there. Jete so philosopher achanti, ame jodi kahiba think about Socrates. Socrates accepted his death gladly, drinking the poison. Why? Why did Socrates accepted his death gladly? Socrates kahinki आनंद रे विषपान कर देले, मृत्यु को एक्सेप्ट करने ले, काहेकि? Anyone? Hello.
सर कारण तांको फिलोसफी राइट थिला से तांको निज पॉइंट को प्रूव करया पई पी देथिले और राजा को
He
रॉन्ग प्रूव
was
करया
right. He was right. He was logically proved the facts, but the then rulers did not accept him and sentence give him the death penalty. तेणु से भाविले से जोटी सत्यर आवश्यक नहीं सेठी से बंचिबार माने कोन अछि. It is better to die. So gladly he accept. He drank the poison. Then philosophy always think about the truth, the reality. A philosopher is thirst and hungry to learn the truth. सत्य पछरे सदाले फिलोसोफर टे दाइन थाए. केमिति? Now you can prove logically through interaction. If there is no interaction, you cannot prove it logically. How can you prove it? Not through your real life experience. बुझेला? आमे सबु विभिन्न परीक्षा दबा को जाउचे. त माने भी काली गोटे प्रोजेक्ट करिवो सेकंड ईयर रे. एबे भी अनेक पाठ पढिछ विभिन्न प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट करथिबो. जे भी टीचर अच्छा से भी प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट पिला मानकर करौथिबो. What we are noticing today, the most of the students are not involving doing the project work. They are copying from others, and when they face the viva or interview or any practical examination, they cannot speak a single sentence, single word about the project. काहेकि दिन कार्ड गोटे कॉपी कर धरी पळे आछन. तेणु आमे जेतबे आज मु पिलांको हमर पढौथिली कॉपी कर किंतु ठीक ढंग रे कॉपी कर. ठीक ना बोलू? अरे कॉपी कर ठीक ढंग रे कॉपी कर. ता अर्थ कोन? हैं? यस. कौन कार किछि जानि पर न? कॉपी कर ठीक ढंग रे कॉपी कर ता माने कोन?
तमे जोडा कॉपी कर से जानि की कॉपी कर जे कोन करूछ.
हां बुझी करी कॉपी कर. जानि करी बुझिले जानिबो न बुझिले जानिबोनी. तेणु जने बुझी की जानि की जदी कॉपी कला सी कोन करबा नेसेसरी चेंजेस आनी परिबो. ता सिचुएशन रे कोन चेंजेस दरकार आनी परिबो. बहुत पिला डिसर्टेशन सबमिट करंती, प्रपोजल रिसर्च प्रपोजल सबमिट करंती, रहउछंती भुवनेश्वर रे तांको सैंपल नैथिबे दिल्ली रु. सैंपल लेखाय दिबो नागालैंड रु. अर्थ कोन से कॉपी करिसंती. नो डाउट इंटरनेट को जाई की कॉपी करिसंती. जे नागालैंड टा को से भुवनेश्वर टा को नागालैंड चेंज करी भुवनेश्वर करिया जानि ना. यू मे कॉपी जते सब बही राइटर जते सब राइटर ऑथर जते सब बहुत बड़ बड़ लोक बही लिखछंती. एवरी राइटर इज ए कॉपी राइटर. यस और नो? एवरी राइटर इज ए कॉपी राइटर. यस और नो?
Yes, sir.
मु कोन ब्रह्मा एना 500 पृष्ठार गोटा बही लिखि देबी. मु 500 पृष्ठार बही लिखिबा को सेही रिलेटेड 30-40 बही पढ़ी पढ़ी कि सेठु मु आइडियाटा आनिली सेटा कॉपी हेलानी कि intellectually the writers are writing the book जने राइटर पूरा आउ जनक बही के उतारि दब सेठी प्लाजियरिज्म रे बही जीवो से पड़ी जीवो से बंधा है जीवो ताको हम राइटर कहि परिबा नहीं the writer is he who copying the facts and situations from other texts intellectually similarly a learner must be do that से भली भाव गोटे लर्नर हवा दरकार एटी philosophical knowledge expresses the concept like man's interaction with and experience of the physical reality is very important. Where the man living? Always we can ask the questions to our surrounding. मो परिवेश टा कौन मो बैकग्राउंड टा कौन मु कौन मो प्रोफेशन कौन मु कौन करिवार अछि always ask the question to yourself. Prophetic knowledge, this is philosophical knowledge. Prophetic knowledge, in prophetic knowledge direct suggestion, direct advice is the given. There are different धर्म जाजक जोटा हम कहूचे धर्म को जो माने टेकंती ऊपर को उठांती जेमती क्रिश्चियन मिशनरी रे प्रोफेट्स अछंती मुसलमान प्रोफेट अछंती सब धर्म रे प्रोफेट्स माने अछंती से कोन करंती ना जी दे आर द बेसिक प्रिंसिपल्स लाइक रिलीजियन as per religion and we have to obey all these. This knowledge may also be called as divine knowledge. माने ईश्वरଙ୍କ द्वारा प्रदत्त ज्ञान बोलिया को कह जाय थाए. So knowledge is philosophical and prophetic knowledge. Then theory of knowledge in Islam. There are 4 theories: Islamic schools, Hanafi school, Shafi'i school, Maliki school, Hanbali school. So the common features of Islamic knowledge is domination by Islamic philosophy of knowledge, influence of Greek philosophers, 2 basic sources of knowledge, Quran and the tradition of the Prophet and Sunnahs, 2 parts like the practical and the theoretical intellectual knowledge is there. These are about the common features of Islamic knowledge. Then socio-cultural impact of Islamic knowledge. Islamic knowledge upare kon socio-cultural impact paditila. The knowledge originates, whether PPT has been shown.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Knowledge originates and ends in the infinite reality of God, who is the absolute knower. It means God is everything. God is everything. God's blessing is everything. So the knowledge originates from the God's blessing. Knowledge is an aspect of diversity. It is important act of divine worship. आमे ईश्वर को प्रार्थना कले डाकिले आम ज्ञान वृद्धि हुए. Continuously explore. Knowledge continuously explores. It can be discovered and it can be conducted various valuable researches. Proper and sincere application of knowledge is one's personal and collective life. One's means individual. Any individual can constantly apply his knowledge, his experience in different situations, in different aspects. So the teaching found into two fundamental sources of Quran and Sunnah, which provide stability and paradigm to deal with all changes in human lives and environment. मनुष्य जीवन रे जेते सब परिवर्तन आसुची ए समस्त परिवर्तन बा समस्त डेवलपमेंट डिपेंड अपॉन आवर रिलीजियस थॉट्स. कुरान और सुना रे से कथा कहै जाय. Religious thought is very important. Then unit 8, basis of educational aims and goals. It is very important. এই পেপরে এই যে পোর্শনটা হবে এই মিডিয়া ভ্যালুর যে আলোচনা কলে সে টিকে ডিফিকল্ট তমে হবে টিকে মনে রাখিব otherwise other part গুড়াক very easy. So unit 8 is reads with basis of educational aims and goals. What are the different bases of educational aims and goals? Meaning of aim in education according to John Dewey. John Dewey কি দেখিছ? আরে জন ডুইং কি দেখিছ কে না দেখিন?
No, sir.
না স্যার
মোটে দেখিন? জানিছ? জন ডুইং এর বিষয়ে জানিছ?
Again, sir.
না জানি না বি? Who is John Dewey? কিয়ে সে? হ্যাঁ?
Sir, philosopher.
ফিলোসফর সব তো ফিলোসফর আর কি আর বিনা ফিলোসফর?
Pragmatism philosopher, sir.
জন ডুই প্রাগমাটিজম থিলে? আর কি কইব? Why is he famous? লেখ গোটে পয়েন্ট লেখ কহু ডাকুচি John Dewey was an American philosopher and psychologist. You may note it. He was not a philosopher but also American psychologist. Noted it? লিখিল?
Again, sir.
हाँ से फिलोसोफर थिले साइकोलॉजिस्ट थिले काहे कि से फेमस थिले यस काहे फेमस थिले ये मन पकाओ
Sir, learning by doing theory rule.
यस हाँ मु यही पदटा तमटा आशा करथि लेख सेकंड पॉइंट लेख he was the educator of learning by doing theory or technique. Learning by doing theory or technique. आउ कौन तार विशेषत्व थिला? Any other importance of John Dewey? से गोटे लेख he brought a civil and academic movement in the field of school education. Civil and academic movement of school of education. He gave focus on, next point lekha, he gave focus on experience, interest, utility and integration. चार्टा जिनस पर गुरुत्व दबा कहते one is experience. Whose experience? Tell me, whose experience?
The teachers.
What? Teachers.
Self experience.
child's experience सदा बेले पिला को डील कला बेले पढ़ेला बेले ता अनुभूति ता गुरुत्व दबो child's experience. Second is interest. Whose interest?
learner's interest.
Child's interest. Yes, child's interest. Utility. Usefulness of the child's knowledge and experience. And integration. Learning is the integrated activity. Learning cannot be happen in single way. So it can happen with integration of different activities. Hela ए चारटा जिनस को से गुरुत्व दउथिले. Therefore John Dewey was famous and the best known educationist. Okay, then the aim means a foresight of the outcome in advance. So this was the foresight of John Dewey. According to him, education should be child-centered. Education should be child-centered. It should not be teacher-centered. So child's interest, child's experience is important. Then need for educational aim. Educational aim ro kon avashyakata achi. One is economy of use of resources. Who can say what does it mean? Economy of use of resources. Artha kon buchcha? Economy of use of resources. Artha kon? Economy of use of resources artha kon? Samaste statement dao gote gote. What do you mean by economy use of resources? Resources you know?
Yes, sir.
What is the economy use of resource?
Optimum use of resource, sir.
Yes.
Optimum use of resource, maximum potential को tap करिया.
Okay. Any other?
ସେ ସମ୍ବଳର ସଦ୍ବ୍ୟବହାର କରିବା.
संबल सद्व्यवहार आगे what you purchase the dress for your son and your daughter as well as your meet your own expenditure of 2 days. How can you use the 1000 money? Did you get my point?
Resource management करिया. 1000 टका भीतर जियो पाई को पाई भीतर ड्रेस किनिया पाई पड़ियो.
तमे भी दी दिन दाओ खर्च मेंटेन करियो.
ठीक है.
Then how can you use the management of your money? सस्ता सुंदर मजबूत दिहल ड्रेस किनिबो पुओ पई झियो पई. सस्ता हैथिबो सस्तारे भी भल थिबो सस्तार हीनस्ता हबनी. हो ना नहीं?
ଆଜ୍ଞା.
ସେତେବେଳେ ନଜର ରଖିଥିବ ମୁଁ 2 ଦିନ ଚଳିବି ସେଥିପାଇଁ ପଇସା ବି ଦରକାର. ତେଣୁ ମୁଁ ମାଛ ମାଂସ ନ ଖାଇ ଭାତ ଆଳୁ ଚକଟା ଖାଇକିରି 2 ଦିନ ବିତେଇବି. ପିଲା ଦିଟା ପାଇଁ ଦିହଳ ଡ୍ରେସ୍ କିଣିବି ଯେମିତି ସେମାନେ ପିନ୍ଧିବେ ଲାଷ୍ଟିଂ କରିବ. ଯେମିତି ତମେ ସେଠି ରିସୋର୍ସ ଟାକୁ ମ୍ୟାନେଜ କର. Similarly, all the resources are available in school. The resource is available with the child. The resource is available with the teacher. Those resources are to be managed, used accordingly. ସେଇ ଭଳି ଭାବରେ ଇସୁ ଇସୁ को यूज करियो. टीचर मान को 5 टका टीएलएम पई मिले एबे मिलुछ ना मिलुनी जो टीचर अछ कहि परिबो वर्ष को टीचिंग लर्निंग मटेरियल प्रस्तुति पई प्रति शिक्षक को 5 टका मिलुथिला मु टीचर थिला बेले जानि तुमको मिलुछ ना मिलुने एबे
ଏବେ 1000 ଟଙ୍କା ମିଳୁଛି।
अरे वेरी गुड 1000 ए मिल गला
ନାଇଁ ସାର୍ 500 ଟଙ୍କା ହିଁ ଅଛି।
कोन 1000 जण कहला तम 500 कोन कहउछ व्हाई यू आर कॉन्ट्राडिक्टिंग
ନାଇଁ ସାର୍ 500 ମୁଁ ଗତ ଡ୍ର କରିଛି ସାର୍ ଆମର।
ଟୋଟାଲ ମିଳୁନି।
मिलुनी सरकारी स्कूल ना तीन सबुडा बेसरकारी कथा किए कहउछ
ସାର୍ ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ ସ୍କୁଲ
ସରକାରୀ ସ୍କୁଲରେ ଗତ ବର୍ଷ 24-25 ଏକାଡେମିକ ଇୟରରେ 500 ଟଙ୍କା ଲେଖା ଆସିଥିଲା ସାର୍।
रंजन को जिला तमर
ଗଞ୍ଜାମ ଜିଲ୍ଲା ସାର୍ ଦିଗପହଣ୍ଡି ବ୍ଲକ।
अच्छा तमर तनुश्री को ब्लॉक तमर हेलो
ପୁରୁଷୋତ୍ତମପୁର ବ୍ଲକ
को जिला
ଗଞ୍ଜାମ ଜିଲ୍ଲା।
तमे 1000 पाइलो ये 500 पाइले गोटे जिल्ला रे दी कथा किमती हला
ଆମେ ସାର୍ କିଛି ପାଇନୁ।
किछि पाइन तम हेडमास्टर खाई देई तब देखो तुम देइनी छे सुन 5 टंका आसिले भी सब स्कूल को सब टीचर को समान आसीबो बुझियला 1000 के पाइछ बोली कहथिलो 1000 के पाइछ कहथिलो टे मो से कथा हुओ के यस
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍ ମୁଁ ମୋର ଭଉଣୀ ଜଣେ ଟିଚର ଅଛନ୍ତି ତାଙ୍କଠୁ ଶୁଣିଥିଲି ସାର୍।
सुनतल 1000 से दी वर्ष नले पाई जाइतबे
2 ବର୍ଷ ରହିଥିବ ସାର୍। ଏଥର ସିଙ୍ଗଲ ନୋଟଲ ଆକାଉଣ୍ଟ କୁ 500 ଟଙ୍କା ଲେଖା ଆସିଥିଲା per teacher ମାନେ ଗତ
अच्छा।
ବର୍ଷ 24-25 ର 24 ଟା
अच्छा,
ଆଲର୍ଟ ହେଇଛି।
ठीक अछि से जहा हो से 5 टका हो 10 टका हो जहा हो so you have to prepare the TLM for the whole year with that 500 rupees आमे यदि दुकान को जिबा 4-5 टा TLM बा कोन किनि देले 5 टका हे जिवो तेनो सेथि पई से पैसा मिलुनी से पैसा मिलुची सूता किनिबो छुंची किनिबो काइंच गोड़ी संग्रह करिबो काठी संग्रह करिबो कैंडल टे किनिबो जे साइंस पढौथबो एई भली लो कॉस्ट नो कॉस्ट मटेरियल्स विल बी कलेक्टेड एंड परचेज्ड इन वेरी लो प्राइस and you prepare the TLM as per your subject and learning outcome सही कथाटा को जाइछि इकोनॉमी यूज ऑफ रिसोर्स दिस जो रिसोर्स अवेलेबल दैट शुड बी यूज maximum for maximum benefit of the students proper use of time and efficiency in work what are we doing I have 3 classes other period we are spending with the mischieving with the gossiping no proper utilize your time inside the class outside the class in the school or college premises you have to use your time economically and properly value orientation to school and educational activities what activities we are going to organize in the school what we are doing that must be value based proper arrangement proper decorum must be maintained and it will be organized for the betterment of the learners आ लर्नर माने एंगेज होबार निहाती आवश्यक अछि आमे जहा भी करूचे पिला पई करूचे लर्नर पई करूचे आम पई किछि नै ना नहीं similarly what is the distinction between aims and objectives এটা এতে not necessary আর দেখি দাও हां एई ठीक आसीबा जोटा दरकार एबे आलोचना करिवा what is this na Bloom's taxonomy here is Bloom's taxonomy you see the slide very important slide is here do you know Benjamin Bloom
yes sir
yes Benjamin Bloom's in the year 1956 she developed this taxonomy according to the taxonomy there are how many types of questions knowledge comprehension application, analysis, and synthesis, evaluation. In right side, here is Bloom's revised taxonomy. Bloom's student or follower Anderson revised the taxonomy like remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, creating. What is the difference between both? ए दीटा के भीतर कौन डिफरेंस अछि को भले ऑब्जर्व कर मते को व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन Bloom's original taxonomy and Bloom's revised taxonomy? Yes. What is the difference? Yes, Subhasri, come up. हाँ दीटा को देख एथरे कौन डिफरेंस अछि
सर इवल
सर पेथरे ब्लूम्स ओरिजिनल टैक्सोनॉमी रे सर फास्ट अछि नॉलेज एथरे किंतु रिमेम्बरिंग सर अछि सर दीटा के समान एप्लीकेशन और एनालिसिस ता सेम पोजीशन रे अछि
अच्छा थैंक यू मनोज आउ के कौन नोटिस कला को
सर इवैल्यूएशन फॉर क्रिएटिंग माने किछ नया जिंस करि परिबे पिला
अच्छा आउ के कहबो हौ सुन टिके भले रे सुन एवं एटा मन रख शिक्षक होइछ हां कौन स्वाति स्वीट स्वाति को
लोग कन जहाँ सब होती ताहा एथिरे सब यूज हेची
एथिरे
सब माने यूज माने किछि दिन तो मन रखि सब
स्वीट यू आर नॉट ऑडिएबल क्योंकि मो कहीं सुनी पारमे ठीक रे okay listen in original Bloom's taxonomy knowledge comprehension application analysis synthesis evaluation all are noun form को फॉर्म रे अछि अरे को फॉर्म रे अछि
नाउन फॉर्म गुडा
Noun form.
एगुडा सब वर्ब फॉर्म अछि
हां এটা নজর করলনি হ্যাঁ in original Bloom's taxonomy all are in noun form here is verb form just तुमको टिके नहीं जाउची Herbartarian step of lesson plan and 5E model lesson plan what are the steps of a Herbartarian steps of a lesson plan Ranjan ko Ranjan
सर इंट्रोडक्शन प्रेजेंटेशन इवैल्यूएशन
को फॉर्म रे अछि
सर एटा तो सर ट्रेडिशनल मेथड रो
इंट्रोडक्शन प्रेजेंटेशन इवैल्यूएशन एटा नाउन फॉर्म रे
सर 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 फॉर्म नाउन
आ 5E मॉडल को आसो एंगेज
एक्सप्लोर एक्सप्लेन
एक्सप्लेन को फॉर्म रहला
नाउन फॉर्म सॉरी वर्ब फॉर्म
हां so noun form is related to teacher centered approach verb form is related to learner centered approach
स्टूडेंट सेंटर्ड
here original Bloom's taxonomy समस्त माइक ऑफ कर दियो सुनो मनोज हां yes in original Bloom's taxonomy all are in noun form in revised Bloom's taxonomy all are in verb form so this is the first difference second difference These noun forms are treated as teacher-centered approach. Verb form is learner-centered approach. Focus is given on learners' activities. Remembering, who will remember? The students remembering is here considered. Understanding, who will understand? The student will understand. Applying, who will applying? Student is applying. Student is analyzing. Student is evaluating. And student is creating. Okay? These are the two basic differences. Our application part रे हमें सदाबले मध्य ब्लूम्स ओरिजिनल टैक्सोनॉमी की मध्य हमें स्टूडेंट सेंटर्ड को नहीं आस परिबा केमिति ना सेति में कहला नॉलेज को रिमेंबरिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन को अंडरस्टैंडिंग एप्लीकेशन को अप्लाइंग एनालिसिस को एनालाइजिंग सिंथेसिस को सिंथेसाइजिंग न करी ताको इवैल्यूएटिंग ने आसले इवैल्यूएटिंग स्टेज in place of another we can add creating कोन ना गोटे पिला नुवा स्टोरी लिखिबो नाटक बही लिखिबो
सर इवैल्यूएशन दा इवैल्यूएटिंग हिच ना सर
हां इवैल्यूएशन दा इवैल्यूएटिंग हिची
क्रिएटिंग
जोड़ा जाईची
सर
क्रिएटिंग टा ऐड करा जाईची क्रिएटिंग टा कोन ना लापेक्स स्टेज ऑफ लर्निंग सपोज द ड्रामाटिस्ट create the plot and write the drama. The poet compose the poem, create. This is innovation. Creating relates to innovation, innovative activities. Innovation, it relates to innovation. Okay, so here are some categories and subcategories. You see now. Remembering subcategories like recognizing, listing. पिला को दबो गोटे जिंस से मन पकी लिस्ट करिवे किछि काम दबो से रिकॉग्नाइज करी लिखिबे डिस्क्राइबिंग आइडेंटिफाइंग रिट्राइविंग क्लास रे अछि और कथा रिट्राइविंग नेमिंग etc. Similarly, in understanding, interpreting, exemplifying, classifying, summarizing, inferring, comparing, and explaining. These are the subcategories. Then, applying. Whether PPT has been shown, PPT देखा जाउची, slide ता देखा जाउची?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Executing, implementing, carrying out, using. In analyzing, differentiating, organizing, attributing, comparing, then reconstructing. Then evaluating is known as checking, judging, critiquing. Under creating, generating, planning, designing, producing, constructing, एटा हला क्रिएटिंग आम इंजीनियर मानो कहूचे गोटे नुआ प्लान भलो प्लान दे से निजे तार आइडिया रो नॉलेज रो प्रीवियस एक्सपीरियंस नुआ प्लान क्रिएट करूची नुआ प्लान डिजाइन करूची गोटे पेंटर नुआ नुआ आइडिया बा डिजाइन नै कि से पेंटिंग करूची छवि आंकुची गोटे टेलर दिनो दिन से नुआ नुआ एक्सपीरियंस नै कि तार डिजाइन रो पैंट शर्ट तैयारी करूची कट करूची कपड़ा को तैयारी करूची इट इज क्रिएटिंग गोटे फार्मर while cultivating follows the same principle, generating the idea and farming is there in different ways. So these are the different aspects of Bloom's taxonomy. The inference interface between variety of discipline and aims of education. You see, Variety of disciplines are there. What are those? The political science is there. History is there. History is also a discipline. Psychology, education, philosophy, anthropology, physics, chemistry, management, variety of disciplines are there. In philosophy, it is the love of knowledge of the surrounding universe and wisdom in life. It is guide to a way of life. It is a love of knowledge of the surrounding universe and wisdom in life. Ke kahitile? Plato kahitile. That is philosophy. Our late President of India and the chairman of Indian University Education Commission stated, philosophy is a guide to a way of life. Philosophy is a guide to the way of life. Psychology throws light on children's motivation to learn, their abilities, aptitudes, needs, interest, growth and development, and individual differences, etc. On the other hand, sociology deals with the customs of the society, the culture of the society, the tradition of the society, the beliefs of the society, the values, the taboos, the morals, the behavioral norms, everything. It is related to our society where we are living. Anthropology, over the years, a systematic study and understanding of the tribal people is known as anthropology. Detailed study about the tribal people, how they are living, how they are, what are their foods, habits, what are their education, what are their social life, what are their festivals, how they are observing the festivals, everything has been studied in anthropology. Similarly, history and economics and political science, geography, science topics, management, mathematics, everything are there. So there is the difference between discipline and aims is different. Aims of history is not same as the aims of mathematics. It differs from discipline to discipline. That develops the knowledge in different ways. Then, so this is all about unit.
Sir, 8.
Unit 8, sir.
Unit 8.
Unit 8.
How many units are there total?
17, 17, sir. 17.
17 units are there. Rest our other units will be discussed in the next 2 days. Okay. So if
Sir.
any question, any query, if you have any question or query, you may ask.